Throughout the years, the Tarlac State University has been the front-runner in providing quality education in the Tarlac province. From its inception in 1899, TSU managed to rise up to the challenge, showcased resiliency, sustained what has been gained, and collectively moved to achieve its present success. In March 2020, the entire Luzon island closed its doors due to the COVID-19 pandemic. With this, TSU immediately suspended its face-to-face classes to ensure the well-being of its faculty and students. Because of the pandemic, the university grounds, which were once busy and student-filled, now seem like a ghost town. And the hustle and bustle of hallways and classrooms are now filled with silence. Classes underwent a paradigm shift and TSU is prepared. TSU immediately implemented the institutional use of a learning management system for online classes and engaged with the local government units to help students prepare for flexible learning.
Tarlac State University has fully adjusted with the challenges of the pandemic or the COVID-19. As early as 2017, we were able to buy our learning management system and we have fully utilized it up until now. And in 2020 of March, we started training our faculty members and personnel for the full utilization of our learning management system. So what we did was to have a strengthened partnership with our local government units. And with our dialogue and constant communication, our local government units were able to provide connectivity allowance for our students, gadgets for our students, a place where the students can connect with us.
TSU is among the first state universities and colleges in Central Luzon to open its classes in August 2020. Its subscription to Office 365 since 2017 helped in the transition to flexible or blended learning. Microsoft Teams, the university's preferred learning management system, is a feature of Office 365. Through this, TSU is well equipped to deliver quality education in the new normal.
The empowerment of our faculty and students is a critical component for this successful flexible learning program. So I encourage my faculty members to attend orientations and webinars about how to cope with the new normal. We grabbed that opportunity and it became a starting point into how we adapted to the new normal. Likewise, trainings on the use of the MS Teams was held to familiarize themselves with this new platform on online teaching.
Well, I'll be honest that it took me quite a time to really adjust. Well, having only a virtual connection in terms of socialization and other virtual shifts, we need to modify affected all of the aspects of our life, which we can, I think, bring into facing our online studies. And fortunately, before the online class started, our respected college or department to some still held their yearly orientation.
As a tool for online and blended learning, Microsoft Teams is packed with features that are useful and friendly to both professors and students, making them feel like they are still in a physical classroom.
Okay, finding the right application in MS Teams is actually a unique experience for me, especially on the use of the Microsoft whiteboard, which actually relates me to the old school method of writing my lectures and solutions using a pen and a whiteboard.
Microsoft Teams itself is by far a dependable application as at the university can use in accomplishing our academic task. It's a multi-use tool which we can use in passing our schoolworks in a limited time, have video call conferences, voice calls, have our digital notebooks even, and chat like what we're used in other social media applications.
Online and blended learning has introduced adjustments and challenges, but it has also given opportunities and rich experiences.
As a faculty, I really benefited a lot from the use of MS Teams, specifically on the organization of my documents.
Well, first, as a student living an hour away from a university, time is saved, which I can just pour into some academic activities or perhaps my own hobbies, workouts, which can help me to be even more prepared with my online classes. And as a student, it's beneficial for me to only have one application I can rely to in checking and finishing my schoolworks.
A learning management system is useful to academic institutions, with or without a pandemic. In the post-COVID era, it can still be used to meet with students remotely. It can even be a springboard for the offering of distance education.
In Office 365 subscription, there are actually available plans for educational institutions. The basic plan, which is A1, is actually free for schools, and school administrator need only to communicate with Microsoft to avail of this service. Nevertheless, if the school really wants to procure advanced features and install these applications in their computers, they can avail of the different subscriptions available. Schools need to check their available resources. These pertain to their hardware, software, connectivity, the competencies of their users, both the faculty and the students.
There are still a lot to learn on resources and choosing the right learning management system to gear schools for Education 4.0. Tarlac State University's doors are open to schools who wish to learn more about this. Change is inevitable, but we must learn from the changes brought by the pandemic. We may not be used to the empty hallways and classrooms, but we need to trust the process and pray that the situation will be back to what we used to enjoy. We must remember all the lessons and learnings from this pandemic. We must remember that everyone, even the education sector, managed to adjust and thrive for the safety and well-being of all.